Lavikis. I trust that you guys are good and you're doing great. Compliments. Today's vlog is actually just me sharing the challenges that I've been faced with as an ESL teacher abroad, and I think maybe specifically a South African ESL teacher and a black female teacher as well, right? Because I mean, each and every step has its own challenges, but it's nothing bad, nothing major. Just preparing you guys if you want to come and work here, so then you'll know what to pretty much expect, right? So number one, I've just drafted like just small notes so I can be able to communicate with you guys properly. But otherwise, number one, the first challenge that I was faced with when I got to Taiwan was the language barrier. I think it's just normal for everyone, right? I mean, I moved from South Africa, came to Taiwan under the impression that, oh, okay, maybe everyone can speak English, or a majority of people can actually speak English. But when I actually got here, then I realized that not everyone can speak English. Actually, about 95% of the people here cannot fluently speak English. It's only a selected number of people, and it was really like a bit difficult for me to like just try and adapt and cope with the situation. In terms of number one, what I was faced with, like in terms of language barrier, I wasn't able to order food. So if I go to a shop and there's like no picture of something, or there's no like English menu, then I'm not able to order. I remember I used to go to a convenience store because we have so many like 7-Elevens here. So I would go to 7-Eleven, get something to eat there. I think I spent like 2 months eating from 7-Eleven until I actually got assisted by my colleague, who actually translated a food menu for me. So she translated it from Chinese to English, and I relied on that to start ordering things. But also that's pretty much how I learned how to learn like general words of food that I normally eat on a daily basis, like beef noodles, noramian, stinky tofu, chow tofu, and all these other stuff. But it's really been an amazing journey, because now the more you get to learn these small words, the more you are able to open up to the language and learn how to not fluently speak Chinese, but to be able to try and hold conversations. If people ask you like, do nadi, and oh, okay, no, this is where I live, and you tell them where you live and where you're from, which country you're from, and all of that, right? So it kind of really does help in that regard, right? Number two, you guys can see my hair is all zhuzhed up. I think it kind of looks good. I haven't had my natural hair like exposed in a very long time. I used to wear wigs a lot because my hair wasn't growing, and I didn't have access to like hair products here in Taiwan as well, right? So it was really like difficult for me to try and adapt, or to try and find like really a product that really works for my hair, because all the products are literally written in Chinese, and it was really a drag to try and translate like everything, or like refer to Google Translate for everything. So I bought some shampoo. The shampoo really kind of did help, like in terms of like softening my hair, because I felt like the water was making it dry and coarse. And also remember, I didn't bring like any hair products in Taiwan because I was under the impression that I'll buy everything here. So number one, if you are coming to Asia, especially like a country like Taiwan where we don't have like access to Taobao, because I know in China it's easy to buy like Cantu like care products online, but in Taiwan it's really difficult because we really don't have like much access to sites like Taobao and all of that. So it makes it really difficult. So I would suggest that you bring your own stuff, you bring your own product, you bring your own shampoo. That's what I did the second time I came around. I just stocked up. I stocked up hair products, guys, and Afro Botanics is doing the most for me. My hair wasn't really like this. It was like very flat and short and whatever. No, it's still like a work in progress, but it looks completely like so much better than how it was a couple of months ago, right? So people would normally like ask me like, okay, so what kind of food do you guys eat? I'm interested to know what kind of food you guys eat. And yeah, it's really pretty much like one of those. So we eat like normal food, like normal South African people food, you know. It's just the presentation is different and the recipe is different, right? We have beef, we have pork, we have lamb, we have noodles, we have rice, we have all these other things, right? But one thing I really love about Taiwan is the diversity in terms of dishes, right? There's so many people from like Southeast Asia and like people from Vietnam. You can come to Taiwan and get like meals from Vietnam. You can get meals from Indonesia, Thailand, you know, Japan, South Korea. There's so many different restaurants where you can go and try out different food. So in as much as yes, you are in Taiwan, but you get to experience dishes from other countries as well. And that's what I really, really like about it, because it makes life so much easy. And you pretty much decide, right? You get it, there's like a huge variety, right? So my favorite, I would say, really like some Japanese restaurants. You know, they really have like good food. If you're South African, you can pretty much enjoy Japanese food because it tastes really, really good, right? It tastes amazing. And yeah, so I've learned to get used to the food. I remember the first few days I was so sick, right? But it wasn't really like a matter of the food was making me sick, because the food here is extremely healthy. But I think it was just the thought of I'm eating food from a different country and I don't know how it's actually going to treat me. But now I love local food. I would choose local food anytime, any day, every single day. I would definitely choose local food because I really love local food. It tastes really amazing and it's healthy, you know, it's nutritious. It's just good for you. It's good for your skin. Okay, good for your skin, guys. I haven't been doing any skin treatments, but it's just, I guess, the food and also the weather as well, you know, because it's quite humid here and very dry as well, and all of that. In terms of activities, there's so much to do here. On my previous vlogs and the upcoming vlogs, I'm going to post like low budget stuff that you guys can actually do. I've been to a couple of museums. If you're a person who really likes taking pictures, I think you can go there and you can take amazing pictures. You can go there and you can have the time of your life. And I think the most I had to pay for like one of my museum visits, which is when I went to the National Palace Museum, it was around 200 rands, which is an equivalent of 400 new Taiwan dollars, right? And there's really just so much to do, and it's accessible. Like, it's, you know, it's easier to travel around Taiwan. That's what I always say. So in my next upcoming vlogs, I'll be like outsourcing places or finding places like low budget, low cost places where you guys can actually go to and you can actually try and what is it, yeah, and you can actually, you know, like view like beautiful landscapes. Like, there's so many things to do. And I mean, Taiwan is an island, you know, it's beautiful throughout, whether you go to the north or to the south. Either way, it's really beautiful. So I'll try and share like those experiences with you guys as well, other than Taipei. And also I think going back to the hairstyle part, so I think for Taiwanese people it was really like a culture shock because I change my hair all the time. So every single day when I get to work, I'd get asked like, not really every single day, but every time when I change my hairstyle, I get asked like, is this your real hair? Is it your real hair? Like, okay, is it your real hair? Or is Jaffa? So Jaffa is actually a wig. It's fake hair, it's fake, right? So they're like, Gaga, real or Jaffa? So when I get to class, if it's not real, I just say, okay, good morning everyone. So just in case you're wondering and you're curious, just know it's Jaffa. Jaffa. So just to make it, you know, like acceptable and, you know, like normal for students to feel comfortable around me and know that, okay, like, I mean, it's really African culture, right? We change hairstyles every now and then and it's quite normal. And they've been grateful to learn about those experiences as well. So lastly, my advice to a person who wants to come to Taiwan: research. I cannot stress much on research. Ask. There's so many people who are actually here and who are willing to help you and give you information. people who are clued up as well about like the procedure that you need to do or the procedure that you need to take. Number two, should opportunity to go work abroad avail itself or arise, I will definitely advise you to go for it. I would definitely say you should take it and grab it with both hands. It's worth it, guys. It's really worth it. It's amazing. It's a beautiful experience, and it changes your perspective. It changes the way you view things, the way you view the world. You know, you just become yourself, and you become a whole new different person. I've realized with me, and I'm grateful for all those experiences, right? And also lastly, have fun, try and enjoy every moment of it. I'm trying to make the most of it because I know my time is really like limited here, and I'm so sad. But also I felt like my life was really on hold, because for me now it's literally just work, work, work. I know like I'm a very like hard worker in terms of I always want to get busy, you know. I enjoy studying. I want to go back to school. I want to get my master's done. I want to, you know, like start my own business ventures and all those stuff. So yeah, in that regard, then of course, I mean, I have to go back home. But otherwise, yeah, guys, these are some of the challenges that I was faced with as an ESL teacher, specifically a Mzansi teacher in Taiwan. And I hope that you guys will find this vlog very like informative. I just try to be as short as possible so that you guys can be able to like just pick up, you know, otherwise it gets boring eventually. So I don't want you guys to get bored, but otherwise, please subscribe, like, and don't forget to comment as well. Always open to suggestions. Let me know what is it that you want me to do, like what kind of vlogs do you want me to focus on, like in terms of lifestyle, party life, you know. I can do anything, I can do everything here. It's so easy. And how to pretty much like navigate around the city, you know, as a person who cannot understand like the language and stuff. Maybe my next vlog I'll actually talk about that, like how did I manage to cope with all the challenges that I've faced. Otherwise, for now, guys, adios, ciao. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.